Chronicles. It's the topic of all NBA collectors, released last Wednesday. There's been a lot of hate on it. There's been a lot of positive about it. There's been mixed feelings about this box because it is a $1,200 box with 2 autos. I mean, shouldn't be too surprising to NBA collectors because of the world we're living in with the NBA, with Zion, with Ja, with LeBron cards. Let's start with C-Rad. What's your initial thoughts on Chronicles? You've probably busted more than any of us.
I actually really like the product. That's coming from somebody who loved last year's product a lot. I will say, for me, I don't have very many gripes about it. The auto designs last year were better, arguably, than this year's. But in terms of being able to see the different rookies and different designs, I still like it just as much as I did last year. So yeah, good product. And if for me, I know a lot of people were blown away right last week when Panini sold them for $890 or $900 or whatever it was. I know people were blown away, but if you've been paying attention to this hobby and you knew, and you really seen a lot of last year's Chronicles and how it kind of it came out at a very low price, right? It was $150 at first, but it quickly went up last year's Chronicles, not to the point of $900 a box, but it was one of the products last year that it was one of the quickest jumping prices I've seen in any of the products last year. So for me, I already knew that this wave was coming. This storm was coming. That the product was going to go up insane. So I'm not surprised in that aspect. But yeah, for me, the product is good. I enjoy opening it, and for me, the only downfall, like I said, is the auto designs.
Dan, I have a feeling that your point of view may be a little bit different from C-Rad. Let's get off your lawn and see what happens.
Oh, well, you just set it up. So because of that, I agree with C-Rad. It's the greatest product ever. It's worth every dime of $11.50. No, it is what it is. I mean, it was meant to be a $120 product.
Yeah. And
we're at the mercy of the rookie class. We're at the mercy of the hype, and that's why it goes through the roof. But when you break it, we break a lot of products. I don't get very excited about it. There's no design in there that I really look at and go, wow, this is blowing me away. If anything, I think it's kind of a boring rip. And that is just me personally. I understand that it is an insane amount of value in there. The numbered rookies go for an insane amount. I'm really surprised. I think it's going to cool down a little bit. I don't think every Zion card is going to be a minimum of $50, $7,500. I don't think every jaw is going to be, $40, $50, $60. The number cards I think are going to hold value, but you're getting I feel like when I'm ripping that product, I'm literally just saying 10 to 12 guys over and over and over. It's like Giannis, Luka, Rui, Ja, Zion, LeBron James. That you're literally just saying those guys over and over and over. So it's not a very exciting rip for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
Doug, I have mixed feelings on it. I feel like it is too expensive, but I mean, we don't have enough data yet. I mean, I've got some slides coming up here of some of the early eBay listings. I got some sales, but there's not enough data on it to see if we're gonna have to probably revisit it in that aspect. I mean, if these cards, these individual rookie cards, are selling for $100 to $200, then okay, maybe it's worth $1,100. But I just don't see it yet. I think it's just too much for me. Like we were talking about off air, I would rather have regular Chronicles base and then one insert every pack or an auto. So let's just say there was six packs, and it was Chronicles base, Chronicles base, Chronicles base, then an insert, whether it be a Gala, a Flux, a Luminance, and then 2 more base cards. And then the next pack would be base card, base card, base card, and then maybe an auto, and then base card, base card, base card. So that I feel like it would kind of make it more valuable when you get to that middle, because right now you're just like Flux, and you're like, as a breaker, you kind of don't really know, is the Flux, I mean, we know maybe a little bit more now, but is the Flux going to be the one people want? We know the Gala is what people want, but we're not getting those because they're numbered to 8. So it's it's just too much sensory going on.
There's too much going on. It's actually, from a breaker standpoint, it's a tough rip. It's a tough rip to like get in the groove of breaking each pack, because a lot of the cards are, you know, upside down. Like you're always like flipping through it, and it's a tough rip to get momentum going.
Yeah, I will say, you know, what you were saying, Doug, about the mostly base Chronicles. We actually got that in 1718.
Yes.
And it was a terrible product.
Yeah, but they didn't do the other inserts.
Yeah, they didn't do that. They didn't do the other. The problem with the 1718 Chronicles is that there was no variation in the auto designs, which Chronicles, if you know from baseball standpoint, that was the appeal, that you would be able to get autographs and not just base, but autographs in different designs. In 1718, when they first introduced Chronicles to basketball, it was the same base Chronicle auto design every single time. So 1819 last year, they finally, you know, and I feel like the reason why 1819 auto designs were stronger was because a lot of those auto designs that they put in 1819 Chronicles, for 1920, they made their own standalone products.
Right.
Like Origins, you know what I mean? So, I definitely hear where you guys are coming from. For me, I do enjoy ripping it a lot.
To me, it feels like when you're ripping it, it's like all the reject designs.
It is all the reject designs, but it's also the designs that they wouldn't normally put products, but that's the idea of Chronicles from the beginning.
I also feel that like not every product can make that jump to another category. Like
that's why you put them all in one product.
I know, but like we don't need a luminance job basketball card.
But we do.
But we don't. Nobody.
We can go to the slide. These are steadily selling for $600. I don't know if it has to do with as much of the design. I agree with you. I don't think we need the luminous design, but the photo they used of Ja posterizing Kevin Love. A lot of people don't like Kevin Love as it is, so I think it was perfect. And I think people are buying it based on the image. Maybe not so much that it's luminance, but you know, as you can see, there's one that's somebody that's trying to get $1,800 for a base one. And there was another one I think he just had up there that was actually sold. It was numbered to 99, sold for $1,300.
Mm-hmm.
So luminance Ja. What do you think, Dan? Knowing now what you said about luminance, that's what that's selling.
No, it's a cool photo. We don't need that. We don't need that subset. We don't actually need Chronicles in general.
I mean, we don't need a lot of things, but
I know. We should pump the brakes.
Dan would like go like 4 releases on the year. I think.
That'd be great.
But back to your original point, so like Dan, what you were saying about how like you getting the same guys. You know, the market in the current climate of market that we're in, this is kind of like the perfect storm for Panini, this specific product, because this whole year, like for the past couple years, actually, we've been transitioning to basketball wise, transitioning to this point where the hobby is about the base cards, right? And where we've been conditioned to think that the base card is the most sought after card in basketball now. So you got a product that gives you a whole bunch of different designs and base cards. It's like, you know, people are going crazy for it.
I get that. That's a very slippery slope right there.
Yeah.
That's how you get into the junk wax era.
Yeah. Because the autos really, I mean, I don't like any of the autos designs really. But for me, the base cards make up for it. I from the beginning when I saw Flux, I was a big fan of Flux. And I knew that the silver prism of Flux were going to go for a crazy amount. Obviously, this card, I actually loved Luminance in last year's Chronicles design, so I felt like it was perfect for basketball too.
I like Phoenix. I like the Phoenix.
The Phoenix design.
I know I'm supposed to hate everything, but I do like
Phoenix is a nice clean design.
I do like the Phoenix design. Now, I get terrified when I say that because I'm like, are we going to get Phoenix basketball next year?
We might.
Like, I don't want to say I like anything because I don't want it to be a standalone product next year.
So you believe Panini's just listening exactly what you said? Like
I don't have a Panini shirt on.
They're in the boardroom. They've stopped what they're doing. They know the hype was at 3:05.
When I'm talking, but it's me. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They pipe me into the office right now.
Oh, okay.
They actually they mute you guys and they just have me piped in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're making decisions for them then?
No.
Why don't we get enough?
I'm giving them ideas, and they're just like, "Damn, Dan, you're right. That's what they're all saying."
Well, tell us who pays for those ideas because I don't think we're getting it.
No, I give out this knowledge for free.
Oh, okay.
I do
for the hobby,
for the community,
nice.
mostly.
Nice. Well, you guys threw around that word junk wax era, and I was having a conversation on the feed yesterday. And one of my points about all of this, you see it on Twitter if you're following social media, if you're following channels that talk about cards, and everybody's like, are we headed for a junk wax era? Is it 2.0? Is it junk wax era 2.0? One of the things that kind of hit me was the junk wax era in the 80s and 90s. We were talking about people that own $10, $15, $20 cards. Right now, you're talking about people that own $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 cards. Those people are not just going to be like, yeah, I spent $300,000. I'm just going to go away. Yeah, I'm done. It's protected in that sense where the investment is a lot larger on certain cards that you're not going to see. Yeah, there may be a lot of people that do go away. They're tired of the pricing. They're tired of redemptions. They're tired of, buying their team for more and more every month. Those people may go away, but I think at the end, the essence of everything, the backbone of this hobby, the investors, the guys that have bought cards that they're going to hold on to, they're not going to go away. They have too much invested. It's kind of like if you buy a car and at the end of the day that your car sucks, but you're in a 5-year lease, you're not going to tell people that your card sucks because you're invested in it. So
your card or car?
I was comparing it to an automobile. So like say you buy an automobile and you're showing it off to your friends. Derek Carr. You're showing your automobile. I should say that because car is too close to card. You're showing it off to your friends, and you're like, at the end of the day, you're like, man, this thing's a piece of crap. The radio doesn't work. You know that in your head, but you're not going to go out and tell people.
You want to take over my lease?
Yeah, exactly. So you want to take over my Zion Williamson lease? No, you're going to be like, that's my dude.
I think you're right with back in the day when you had like $20 rookie cards and $15 rookie cards. It's easier for those to basically take a bath on those
and walk away.
Yeah. But if you went out and you spent $25,000 on a basketball card, that card to you is always going to be worth $25,000, and you're not going to take a dime less.
Yeah,
right.
Or even to a lesser extent, like a 4,000 base Anthony Davis rookie card. You know what I mean? That's like still a lot of money to a lot of people.
$4,000 for an Anthony Davis Prism rookie card?
Yeah.
Not even a silver, right?
No, not even silver. PSA 10.
Right. So you have several.
So what's a silver?
Silver's probably double,
$5,000,
right?
$10,000.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's insane. We should probably watch our 12-13 Prism break.
No, we shouldn't.
We should be like, just how many guys that we went over there were thousands of dollars now. How many silvers we did? Silvers wasn't a thing in 12-13, believe me. So
I'm actually surprised people. Well, they don't want to sit through a Prism break that's 2.5 hours.
Right.
They're gonna look at that and go 2.5 hours. What are you guys doing? They just like leave the recording on and just leave? Did they just like bounce for the day or?
That actually reminds me back to what you said, to Dan, about how like you're getting the same guys over like John is like the big name guys, right? I mean, opposite that, when we open up any other product, when we're getting base cards of guys that people really don't care about, it has the opposite effect with Chronicles, where it's like people get excited because it's like, okay, these are the names that I want.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
There's that aspect as well.
And I mean, Chronicles is a prime example. It's not going to help the great top load shortage of 2020.
Oh yeah.
When
it's like an era.
It's like an era.
It's a real thing.
No, it's the great top load shortage of 2020. Yeah. Like we're going through hundreds of top loaders in every case of Chronicles, because we're top loading every LeBron, and we're top loading every Luka, and we're top loading every John.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not. You'll pull like 7 or 8 Jaws or Zion's base cards in a box.
Yep.
So you're saying we're not being very equal friendly?
No, I mean we're probably going to go bankrupt if they come out with like multiple Chronicle products. We're just going to have to buy top loaders on the open market for like $30 for a pack of 10.
30 for one.
Yeah.
30 for one top loader.
We go straight to the source and just make it ourselves.
Make your own top loaders.
Yeah. I don't know. That's possible.
Just says C-Rad 6.5.
Sorry. What was it? The
BCW?
companies? BCW and the other one.
That first one I never heard of. Never heard of that one.
BCW. Never heard of them.
Nope.
Well, I had some quick cards. I don't know if we already went through them on the slides, but there was one John Morant, like I said, that it has the BSG grading. I want to know if anybody's ever heard of BSG grading. It actually has a number. It looks like they've graded 200 million cards, but I doubt that. But if you're naming your company, why would you have BS in the name? To me, that seems like the grades are BS. So BS grading. I don't know what the B and the S stand for in this company, but Did you get a BS grade on that card? I mean, are you BSing your way and selling that?
I think they wanted to get as close to Beckett's acronym as close as possible.
All right, so we got to start an SBG maybe.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing: BSG is not as legit as Conrad Grading Service. C-Rad 6.5.
Right. You get 6.5 guaranteed.
Your math is a little bit off on that number.
I tried to do it real quick.
I think it'd be 2 million and not 200 million. But I mean,
I need to get my eyes checked.
Whatever. I mean, give or take 198 million.
I was really trying to, blow it up to where it looks like they've done so much. Grading,
I couldn't see it either. I get how you missed it, but I looked at it and I'm like, man, we're gonna get blasted. Like
this guy can't even see. How can he break cards? Jesus. And then there was LeBron James Crusade that sold for 174. So it's a number to 149 Crusade.
It's my second favorite design from Chronicles.
Once again, a 17-year card of LeBron James selling for more money than anyone could imagine. And then you have a C-Rad's been watching this one, I'm sure.
I already put a bid in.
Gala 4 of 8, which is great numbering. Brandon Clark for $1,499. Is that why you just click buy now, bro? It's a deal.
No, don't do it. No, don't. $1,500.
I only saw the only reason I haven't buy it now, like just the full price, is because I saw a comp.
Because you're not crazy.
And I saw a comp of our rookie, the Warriors rookie Pascal, for like 400. So I was like, I'm not gonna. They're like around the same level in terms of tiers of rookies.
I think if you really wanted that card, I think $500 is fair.
Exactly. Yeah, I offered $500.
But that's where we're at right now. Like the market is not a little crazy. It's
very crazy.
I was gonna say bat
is crazy.
It's bat-esque crazy.
Yeah.
Because $1,500. Go back to the beginning of the year with Prism. How many silver rookies can you get at Brandon Clark?
A lot.
For $1,500.
None. I thought you were saying.
No, you can get a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
You can get a lot.
A lot. Probably like 200 copies.
Yeah, but there's not 8 silvers.
But doesn't that tell you how crazy it's gotten in like a span of 6 months?
Yeah.
But 8 copies.
And you keep on saying 8 copies, but he could have got 200
silver prisms.
Prisms, the best rookie you can get.
But there may be 2 million of those printed.
Yeah.
You don't know.
But you look at the other players, the marquee players of their silver prism.
Right.
You could have 200 of those. You could be just.
But like we talked about in the last show, you just can't walk. You could walk into the club with your Brandon Clark.
No, because you go
Gala.
like that. You only got one.
Yeah, but it's like dropping a milli bill.
They don't make
sense. Another comp that I saw was because I was following the Logo Man, the NT Logo Man, and the NT Logo Man number 5 sold for like $1,200. So I was like, I can't pay more than Logo Man, right, for a Gala. Like that doesn't make any sense,
right?